Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're looking at this one, our Sonic Memory. Sonic Memory is part of NF Audio, or this is a collaboration with NF Audio and these companies right here. A lot of people probably haven't seen this too much because this is more of an Asian market kind of item. But, you know, if you can get yourself on a set of these, you know, go on and get them. Let's open the package up. Now, of course, I've already... That is in there pretty good. So I've already tested these, obviously, or otherwise I wouldn't be doing a video, but inside the box... You're going to get a nice CD, which comes in this plastic, and I'm going to actually put this aside because I completely forgot to listen to this. So I'll put that with my CDs over there. And this is what's in the box. You get this nice meal box, which is something we don't see too much in the American market. Wooden-like cover. It does come in 2 pieces. And there is a carrying strap as well. Okay. Chopsticks. Then you would open this up, and inside here would be the IAMs. They're kind of squarish. There's a phone down at the bottom there. Pretty cool. This should actually be right here because that's where that was. And I'm going to put this back. And put this back in top of there. I'm actually going to use this. Maybe not recently because of the, here's your strap to put around it. You also get a little pouch here if you wanted to have a pouch for maybe taking ear tips or something with you. Got a lot of different stuff in here. Get them out of there. Here you have some different things, our Sonic Memory. And that, and I think there's another part to this card, isn't there? Yeah. Some instructions. And this is a postcard, by the way. So there's a lot of cool and interesting things. Here's your manual. I'm going to put the foam back in there. The little pouch I'm not going to use. And this, probably not going to use. So I'll put that back in there right now. Not used to something coming with something this big. There we go. And of course, the unit itself in this very nice case. It's got a cable that reminds me of the Plume. Some orange ear tips. Some foamy ear tips. Filters. Some extra rings for the nozzles, I guess when you install the filters. Some delicious silicone. And this is all felt in there. So this is a really nice case. And of course the case says NF. Okay, so looking at the case is really nice. It is a 3.5. I would have liked to see at least a 2.5 or a 4.4 would have been really ideal. I mean, it's not like you can't, you know, change out the thing. Metal splitter. This is all nice cloth. Like I said, it reminds me of the Plume cable a lot, especially even in the color. And also the Shazi 1. I don't remember if the 1.4 had a cable like that, but the so here's a look at what they are. 2-pin. They were like a rounded, kind of squarish color shape. 2-pin. Take that off. Interesting tips, those orange tips. Here's your filter, which you can replace, and you can place that ring as well. And they're rounded on the back, so don't worry so much about the square shape. They're actually not even that big either. I think what a soft ears or something is like a lot bigger than this. So it is a rounded kind of square shape. There's the pin. It is kind of a recessed pin, so you're going to have to be careful when you get a replacement cable for this. I think I have a few like that. I don't have a lot like that. It's best not to do that off camera. I mean on camera. That way I can actually see what I'm doing and not ruin anything and get mad, because I really do like these. I mean, that's the spoiler right there. These tips are actually pretty good. I'm not... If they were a brighter orange or peach or whatever color they are, I think I would have liked them better. But they're okay. They're actually really comfortable. So that's it in a nutshell. Okay, comfort-wise. Most ears, I would say these are going to fit their ears pretty good. Like I said, they're not the biggest. Let me get the... This KZ's latest planar magnetic. Put that right next to the soft ear. So see, they're really not that big. They just look big. And those KZs are just standard, you know, the standard guitar pick shape. So these fit your ears pretty well, or at least my ears. No sharp points going into the ear. Depends on the shape of the ear. Everybody's ear is different. As a matter of fact, your left and right ear are completely different. You have the 2 there for Sonic Memory 2. I don't think I've ever seen Memory 1. I'd like to see it. I'd like to actually try it out after using these. So that's it. Really nice cable. Comfortable. Decent isolation, but that's going to depend on the tip because of the shape. You may have to go a size bigger to get a little bit better isolation. I noticed that right off the bat. Put that case there with the nice NF logo. Really nice case too. It actually fits. I mean, I could actually take all the stuff that was in there, except for the lunchbox, of course, and actually fit it in there and take it with me, which I was doing. So, specification-wise, let's go to specs. That is not the specs. What the heck? That was weird. I went to specs and it went to a completely different IAM. That doesn't make any sense. Well, like I said, this is a unique IAM. It's not the easiest one to find. I got this one from Pickup Audio. Sent this out. Cavity material is 7000 series aluminum alloy, so it's all metal. Faceplate is stainless steel. So that's unusual. You're getting steel and metal. I actually really love the way that looks. Let's get a little while we're doing this now that we got all the big stuff out of the way. Weight is 18 grams, cable included. The driver is a 10mm dynamic driver. Driver model is the WDCN 100GS. Still doesn't tell me what it's made out of. I'd probably have to look that up. 10 to 30 kilohertz. 16 ohms. 103 decibels. Maximum power is 20 milliwatts. Actually, it's 50 milliwatts and rated power. They really give a lot of different information over here. Kind of like the other one. It was like giving me all kinds of things and diameters and all that. All you need to know is it's going to be comfortable in your ears. Cable material is 5+6N OCC. And the connector is a 0.78 millimeter sunken type 2-pin connector. Okay, I don't think there's anything else that we should know. This is basically just an ad. So it's a beautiful IM, fits my ears really good. Now the important thing with this is, what are you going to put in the lunchbox? No, seriously, the important thing is what does it sound like? Because, you know, we got to get build quality out of the way. Superb. The build quality on this is superb. The cable might be a hit or miss because a lot of people don't like cloth cables. The isolation is good, but it's going to depend on the size tip that you have. Other than that, how does it sound? Now, it should be noted that this is tuned towards the DF neutral, diffuse field neutral, which means it is corrected and it is tuned to be like if you were listening to a set of speakers in a room, all set up, probably no furniture or something like that, but just basically good. These are actually some of the first in-ear monitors that I've used that are literally monitors. So that should give you an idea of the sound. Now, that said, these are what I would call neutral and fun. The frequency response is excellent on these. They respond well, especially when you're using like a DAP or something like that. Neutral is the definitive word here. The bass is a little bit north of neutral. There is definitely a good bass. It's more balanced out than I would say than the Kato, which we have right here. Another similar type of IM. I think the Kato might actually be bigger. Yeah, the Kato is actually bigger. So if you have the Kato in your ears, you should be able to fit these in your ears, no problem. It's neutral. The bass is neutral, but it is a little bit north of neutral. There is a good bass response. It's not boring by any means. It's not flat. If the music calls for the bass, it's going to have the bass. Of course, it's never going to be overpowering. It does have enough sub bass and mid bass. It's got excellent speed and timing there. There's really good details in the bass and superb control. Definitely not for a bass head, but you're not missing the bass. It's there. I mean, if you're going to be listening to like a big V-shape type signature, and then you try these out, yeah, then you know, then you're going to be like, well, the bass is a little bit. But once you listen to these for a short period of time, and somebody said they listened to them, they hated them. They listened to them again and they liked them, which I think they said for the Kato too as well. Somebody else actually said that on the forum. They said that. Somebody to me said that. And I listened to these right off the bat and I liked them. So let's get into the mids. This is very analytical. This is a reference class type IM, meaning that you will hear micro details and details. And the surprising thing is this is a dynamic driver. And I know that isn't an impossible task, but from the regular things that have come in, and not to say that there's anything wrong with them, because I really do like a nice fun V-shape. But I mean, something like this comes along and you listen to music and you can hear things in the music that you never heard before. The tonality, the timbre is neutral. It definitely has extreme clarity to it. Vocals sound superb. Both male and female vocals sound very good. There's a push forward there. There's very good soundstage as well, and of course, it's accurate. This separation is probably one of the best ones that I've used in quite some time. And, it can be a tiny bit dry. And the mids can be a little on the cold side. But it doesn't get shouty. Because the treble itself, the highs, are neutral as well. And they're neutral. They're like pure neutral. I don't think there's an extra oomph there. And it doesn't mean that they don't have a good amount of detail and sparkle, and they have airiness as well. It does sound open, airy, neutral. It does have a nice natural tone. Some of the other ones in this category that I've tried out have more of a metallic kind of sound, which I'm not getting from this. It just really... A lot of people have described this as neutral. I would call this like neutral balanced, because some of the things are elevated, and it depends on the music you're listening to, and it depends on the equipment that you're using. But overall, excellent IM, I think. So, in a nutshell, it's built very well. Comes with a whole bunch of cool accessories, including a CD. Comes with 2 sets of air tips. You get the filters, you get the ring for the filter on the nozzle. You get this really nice cable right here, which doesn't tangle, which is good, because I've had some of these nylon type ones that just tangle right up. Beautiful case. Of course, you get the meal box with the chopsticks and the spoon. And then we get into the sound. Like I said, it is a neutral reference kind of signature, perfect for doing monitoring or musicians, excellent for people that want to do critical listening. And just this single dynamic driver has it all. It has good tonality, excellent timbre. It's neutral, a little bit kind of cold, dry, but not overly so. It definitely doesn't. It definitely sounds the way it should be sounding. Great micro details, by the way, too. For a non-BA, I was actually really impressed with this. In every way. The build, the quality, the way it looks, that aluminum with the steel, excellent. It's a gorgeous looking IM. It's not an easy one to find, but I think if you find whatever limited quantities there are, I'll leave a link to pick up audio on the thing, and then you can see if they still have some of these in stock, because this thing is just really good. This is on automatic favorites list, by the way. Just automatic favorites list, and I do really like this case. I wish NF would have included this type of case with all of their IMs. That would have been really nice. And I still do like my NFs, but I think out of the NFs that I have and that I've tried, this is my favorite out of them. Just behind the NM2 Plus. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was informative, and I will see you somewhere out on the internet. This has been the Sonic Memory by basically NF Audio and those other companies that we showed earlier, and that comes with a lot of cool stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Please be safe, and I'll see you somewhere out on the internet.